profile, you'll see some. Which main level has the most triple spikes? Most people will instantly think it must be one.
Want to make your own frying pan in Minecraft? Here's how. Start by placing an armor stand and wearing a netherite helmet. This will be the bottom of your frying pan. Create the handle by pushing another armor stand into an anvil, mob skull, and fence. Then drop them into the ground so they stick out in a line. Push stair blocks to carefully cover everything, leaving only the top of the netherite helmet and the tips of the handle pieces visible. Place an invisible item frame above the pan and insert yellow wool to represent the yoke. Want to make your own frying pan in Minecraft? Here's how. Start by placing an armor stand and wearing a netherite helmet. This will be the bottom of your frying pan. Create Carrying around food already takes up 1 or 2 slots in your hotbar, but what if it took up 1 or 2 rows in your entire inventory? Well, that was a reality for many Minecraft players back in 2010, when Minecraft was still in beta. Food simply did not stack, unless you used cookies, but those would only stack up to a maximum of 8. That being said, food was much more OP back then, because much more OP. Much more OP. Much more OP. Much more OP. Much more OP.
3D printed slop is everywhere now. Just last year, Kmart
I give up. This is his see? This is mine. Same filament, same model. His is shiny. Mine is not. I tried different layer heights. 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, 0.1. Better, but not shiny enough. So I tried different speeds. 300, 200, 100. Better, but still not enough. What about different filaments? No good at all. Just when I was about to give up, it suddenly hit me. Positioning is the key. This is printed flat. This is printed upright. Curved are smoother when printed vertically. This was generated with Tripo AI. 1 sentence in, 1 model out. Follow me for more 3D printing tips. I give up. This is for more 3D printing tips. Give up. This is for more 3D printing tips. Give up. This is for more 3D printing tips. Give up. This is for more 3D printing tips. Give up. This is for more 3D printing tips. Give up. This is for more 3D printing tips. Give up. This is for more 3D printing tips. Give up. This is for more 3D printing tips. Give up. This is for more 3D
This Jump Rush player made something so insane that it even caught RobTop's attention. So if you don't know what the 8 jumps of hell are, they're basically a challenge where I have to do 8 frame perfect jumps in a row, and it's an extremely hard challenge, but it's also very popular in the community. So this person had a really good idea to put a wallpaper on their wall representing this challenge, which looked really cool. It got really popular on Twitter, getting over 6,000 likes, and many Jump Rush YouTubers commented on that. Not only that, but also it caught RobTop's attention, who just commented a fire emoji. This Jump Rush player
An insanely overpowered Minecraft glitch was just discovered. It lets you breathe underwater in survival mode without any potions. It works because of a hitbox desync glitch. If you sprint to enter swimming animation underwater and then punch an entity, you'll see that punching the entity causes you to exit the swimming animation and start walking. However, if you swim underwater while having your sprint key continuously held and then punch any mob or entity, when you do this, you'll see your player quickly stand up and go back to swimming animation. Now, even though you're swimming, the game thinks you have the hitbox as if you're standing up, so you can swim below the water, but the game will think you're standing, so you can actually breathe with the taller standing hitbox while you swim. I even tested this on servers and it works there too. An insanely overpowered 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 there too. An insanely overpowered
The Skeletal Extravagance drama is still far to be over because recently Motley Ark, the creator of B, accused Wabu of stealing. Yes, let me explain. So as most of you already know, Skeletal Extravagance is an extension of the level Skeletal Shenanigans, where Wabu, the creator of this level, put some advertisements in the level, advertising some plushes that he is selling. And one of these plushes, it's basically an easy 3-face set of a B costume. And it's worth to mention that the plushie was called B initially. The creator of the level B, Motley Ark, didn't like it at all, so he contacted Wabu and told Wabu to remove that from his website and to take it down immediately. That didn't work though. Wabu didn't want to do that at all. He was unwilling to take it down and he insists that there is no relation of this to his work. Since Wabu just decided to remove the name B from the plushie. So now according to Wabu, this is just a normal 3-face with a B costume that does not link to the level B at all, which made Motley Ark even more mad. And until this right moment, we still can see a B plushie on the first page on the website. What do you think about this situation? What do you think about this situation?
Everyone knows that raids can get you some amazing loot like totems of undying and emeralds, but here are some facts about raids that you don't know. During a raid, witches will throw regen and healing potions at illagers, and these potions can be stolen away from them using water for your own gain. But this healing shower kinda sucks because it only works during raids, and raids only last 40 minutes. But a recent discovery by 2No2Name found that you can make this healing shower work forever. Here's how. In each wave of a raid, there's one raid captain who will instruct raiders within 8 blocks on who to attack. So get a Vindicator raid captain into a boat, then lose the raid, and then unload the Vindicator and reload it. Then name the Vindicator Johnny. There's a Minecraft Easter egg that makes Vindicators named Johnny attack everything except other illagers, and since this Vindicator is a raid captain, even after the raid, witches will attack his target. Then we need a Ravager, because Ravagers aren't considered illagers, so the Vindicator will tell other raiders to attack it. But then the witches see the Ravager as a friend, so they throw regen or healing potions at it. Then this water steals the potions. I have another witch contraption, so subscribe to see that. Everyone knows
The thing in front.
Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka. Kaboom, kablow, kaboom. Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka. Yeah, I think about it every time I hit the hookah. Kaboom, kablow, kaboom. I was in my room trying to teach my little sister. Then I heard a boom and it sounded like a missile. Who that is? What that was? Oh, that granny. Oh, she done. Yeah. How do I feel about it? 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 Yeah. How do I feel about it?
wool farming is stupidly fast on Bedrock Edition. Let me explain. Usually, sheep farms are super slow, since you have to wait about 2 minutes for the sheep to regrow its wool every time you shear it, so it only produces a measly 28 wool per hour. So if you need a ton of wool and hate waiting for hours at a farm, you would need to make hundreds of sheep farms, which would take hours to build, cost tons of materials, and be massive. But on Bedrock Edition, all these problems are fixed with 2 simple glitches. First, if you shear a sheep, you normally get 1 to 3 wool, but on Bedrock, if you put down 10 dispensers with shears in them and activate them at the same time, they all shear the sheep and you get 10 times as much wool. But it gets even better, because if you put a sheep in an unloaded chunk right next to the chunk border and put a dispenser right next to it in a loaded chunk, you can shear that sheep infinitely, because the sheep won't lose its wool since it's unloaded, but the dispenser will still work. And by combining these 2 glitches, you can get over 7,000 wool.
Guessing the games my subscribers play based on their...
Nice team.
A lot of people say, I only get 200 views on all my videos.
Did you know you can make passive mob farms? And I don't mean like this. I mean that passive mobs can respawn after you kill them in Java Edition. And most people don't know this because passive mobs only spawn for 2 reasons. One is when chunks generate, 1 in 10 of them will try to spawn with animals in them. And second is if there are less than 10 passive mobs in all loaded chunks, more will spawn to fill the mob cap. So most people will never see this happen because there's almost always hundreds of passive mobs in the loaded chunks. But if you get rid of all the animals in your simulation distance and in your spawn chunks, you may see animals spawn. But it isn't the same as hostile mob spawning where they can spawn on almost any block. Most animals can only spawn on grass with a few exceptions. Also,
So there's this video of a guy spawning thousands of bees and then making them fight a wither. But you can't even see who won because the video just cut off. So today I gotta do it and see who wins. Honestly, I'm just gonna spawn even more bees than what he had. And if you're wondering why they're not flying away, it's because I froze the game. And I think I spawned in enough already. Okay, the wither is ready. Now let me unfreeze the game. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, bro, the wither's not even summoned yet. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, fight him. He just killed half of you guys. Oh, bro, the wither just keeps on flying up. The bees can't even reach it. All right, just a little intermission, but I just made a bedrock box. And now the wither can't run away. Go. He made a mistake of hitting one of them. Oh, wait, he's actually losing damage. Somehow he's just like healing back up. Bro, like half of the bees are not even doing anything. Oh my god, wait. They all started attacking now. You guys are totally doing damage. Yeah, I think the wither just won. So there's this video of a guy spawning thousands of bees and then oh my god, wait, they all started attacking now. You guys are totally doing damage. Yeah, I think the wither just won. So there's this video of a guy spawning thousands of bees. And oh my god, wait, they all started attacking now. You guys are totally doing damage. Yeah, I think the wither just won. So there's this video of a guy spawning thousands of bees.
Times when social media comments just did not go as expected. So a while back, Instagram and TikTok added photos and GIFs to their comment sections. Well, it's backfired big time because recently people have been commenting entire movies as GIFs in comment sections, which I don't even think is legal. And I can't show you all these GIFs because of copyright. There's probably a reason YouTube never allowed us to do this in comment sections. Next, the wildest thing I think that has ever happened in any comment section is back when a TikToker uploaded a video talking about the rules to becoming dangerous, and the first rule being was to smile with your eyes more than with your mouth, and a user then commented on the video saying the first one brings a bad presence, which is basically me at school. Well, another user saw this and said you're getting put on a Times Square billboard because he thought it was just quite ridiculous. And then he literally put his comment on a Times Square billboard. Out of all comments on the internet, these are the crazy.
Word.
Out of all comments on the internet, these are the crazy.
Where's a Roblox badge?
Tiki, 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 tiki.
even the insane demon Denouement having 9. Now what you might not know is even hard demons have them, such as the level Forsaken Crypts with these. Now what you might not know is even hard demons shocking answer, so here it actually is. 6-star harder level, boom! Codename extremely weird section at around 55%, where you cannot fit through this gap and you must climb up this staircase and jump off the corner of this block. If you go 1 frame late, you die here. If you go 1 frame early, you die here. But in the middle is only 1 frame on 60 FPS that lets you pass the whole thing. RobTop, how is this 6 stars? Explain. What's the easiest level?
Blow, kaboom.
Do you remember the original design of horses? They were incredibly high detail, with moving jaws, bendable legs, and 3D saddles. A lot of people felt like horses looked too modded, which makes sense, since they were directly inspired by the horses from the Mo Creatures mob, and the mod creators.
Wil je meer zekerheid dan alleen een korte proefrit bij jouw auto aankoop? Geen probleem. Dankzij Auto Hero wordt een auto kopen.
So, here we go guys. It looks like
Actually, do you recognize this place? If so, you probably know it from Cat or Knife Ability Test. But when I saw this big YouTuber make a video about it, something about it felt familiar. The thing is, I have no memory of ever playing this game, but when I checked my favorites, it turns out it's the second earliest game in the list. So I probably just played it once as a kid and forgot about it, but it wouldn't hurt to try it out again, right? And so when I joined the game, there was an explorer, so I had to swap servers. But when I rejoined, the realization instantly hit me. I actually used to play the game a tiny bit. But what does my brain do with all those nostalgic memories and moments? Delete them. But at least you know what the mitochondria does now. Do you recognize?
If you're a small content
But you can't find it on the phone.
Nice team.
If you use
I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take sh.
So I was scrolling on Reddit and saw Minecraft Rare Items Bingo, a challenge where you have to get 5 of the rarest items in a row. Camman 18 is coming, hide everything. Oh, you're too late. Upon analyzing the board, the bottom row seems the easiest, and I had a plan. I found a desert world and looked around for temples. I needed an enchanted golden apple for the Thing banner pattern, and hopefully diamond horse armor too. After 3 desert temples, I obtained the god apple, but no horse armor. I'll have to do that later. I got some food and iron from villages and built another portal from a lava pool. I spawned right next to a bastion that had pig step and anotherite upgrade template and traded with piglins for ender pearls and obsidian. Then after 10 minutes, I finally found a fortress that had a chest containing diamond horse armor. Then I made a second nether portal hoping I'd spawn in a colder biome, but didn't, and it took me 25 minutes to find a taiga village which contained a large fern, all taking me about an hour. Bingo!
At a place.
Did you know the sulfur cube can hold weapons? No, not just blocks, that's easy, you right click them. They even follow you if you hold blocks. I'm talking about diamond swords, tools, even end rods. And they look so freaking funny. They won't do anything if you right click them with tools. Dispensers won't work either, which is fairly reasonable considering they don't have arms. You have to use replace item, or in Java, item replace. I want to thank Hersicle for this brilliant suggestion, so we just use replace item, entity, @n, type sulfur underscore cube, slot.weapon.mainhand 0, and let's go for an end rod. Wait, it's inside. Oh. Did you know the sulfur cube can...
Wait, stop scrolling. I just have some words to say. There's...
I have to add whatever feature this slot machine tells me to. Okay, attacking, crafts, cheats. Okay, so how about every time I deal damage, a really overpowered item spawns, but it has to be something that's craftable? This was a tough one, but here's the command I came up with. And now whenever I hit a mob, overpowered loot spawns, like these blocks of diamond and these fireworks that actually sell.
Did you know the sulfur... Did you know the sulfur... Did you... Did you... Did you know the sulfur cube can hold weapons? No, not just blocks, that's easy, you right click them. They even follow you if you hold blocks. I'm talking about diamond swords, tools, even end rods. And they look so freaking funny. They won't do anything if you right click them with tools. Dispensers won't work either, which is fairly reasonable considering they don't have arms. You have to use replace item, or in Java, item replace. I want to thank Hersicle for this brilliant suggestion, so we just use replace item, entity, @n, type sulfur underscore cubes.
That water?
If you look down and place a door...
One adult ticket, please. I can tell you're 3 sheep in a trench coat. Are you sure? Yes, look. 1, 2, 3... One adult ticket, please. I can tell you're 3 sheep in a trench coat. Are you sure? Yes, look. 1, 2, 3...
Actually being out, Mindcap set the level to be an open verification. Even started, this player is seemingly way ahead of everyone else by a landslide. The player Garbic has been playing Heliopolis for just over 9 months now, and he has set multiple world records on Heliopolis in just the This player is already 50% done with Mindcap's $10,000 challenge. If you guys didn't already see what Mindcap is doing with his Heliopolis verification, after over 2 years of the level actually being out, Mindcap set the level to be an open verification and $10,000 granted to anyone who verifies the estimated top 1 demon Heliopolis. However, because of there being multiple previous verifiers of the level before the open verification even started, this player is seemingly way ahead of everyone else by a landslide. The player Garbic has been playing Heliopolis for just over 9 months now, and he has set multiple world records on Heliopolis.
I was watching a video the other day and I saw someone repeatedly crafting super fast. I knew that when trading, you can hit spacebar repeatedly to refill the trading slot quickly, but no one told me they added this to crafting too in the newest update. So here are even more Minecraft tricks and shortcuts you might have missed. Pressing F3 and F4 together lets you shuffle between game modes super fast. Shift clicking this little X in creative clears your whole inventory. And middle click dragging an item in creative creates copies of it. Speaking of middle clicking, you can middle click a block to grab it in creative, and it even works in survival if you have the matching block in your inventory. But did you know you can control middle click a sign in creative to get a copy of that exact sign? It even works with blank signs so you can place them without having to keep editing the message. If you've ever seen someone jump to specific hotbar slots without scrolling, it's because you can use the numbers 1 through 9 to auto swap to the correct slot. I have this mouse with 12 buttons on the side so I can do it all with my thumb. I even rebound F5 to the mouse so I can easily change perspectives. If this video taught you even one new trick,
This is Minecraft, but mining costs XP. So when I first spawn, I literally can't break this tree. But if I get a few points from killing these chickens, I can start getting myself a little bit of wood. Man, it drained my bar so fast. I literally only got 8 logs and now I'm out of XP. So I guess I gotta kill a lot of mobs because I'm trying to get diamonds. Oh, hey, coal gives you XP, doesn't it? Yeah, although it looks like sometimes it makes my bar go up and sometimes it makes my bar go down, so it's kind of gambling. But hey, if we make ourselves a furnace to smelt this food we got, we can get even more XP. 6 pork
Have you seen those videos that go like, Minecraft, but I can't touch red? All right, let's fly over here, build a red platform like this. There we go. And we can also add some redstone torches around for good measure. Game mode survival. And yo, guys, we spawned in the middle of a bunch of red. How am I supposed to get off of here? Wait a second, I can mine these dirt blocks right here, and then we can parkour off like this. Let's go. Wait, what? Is that a Lamborghini?
Yes, sir. You just won a free Lamborghini.
Bro, why would you give me that? I can't touch red. What's wrong with you? All right, let's grab some wood, craft some tools, and then fly over to a village, turn it all red. And yo, it's all red. How am I supposed to get across? Let's go into creative, give myself a bunch of boats, game mode survival. Yo, guys, a bunch of boats randomly spawned in our inventory. All right, now we can parkour across. Let's go. Grab some food, kill the iron golem. And now that we're geared up, let's find a cave. Honestly, let's just cheat and go into spectator mode. Let's turn the entire thing red, place down some grass over here, some diamonds over there, game mode survival. And yo, guys, I think there are diamonds over there. Wait a second, is that a chest? A bunch of redstone. Let's go. Now we can bridge across without touching the red. If you think I touched red, then like, and if I didn't, and if I didn't, and if I didn't, and if I didn't.
It's confirmed. Candy Blossoms are returning to Grow a Garden. First of all, just watch this. And keep an eye on his glasses. Yeah, Jano's getting out of retirement, and I think now I'm gonna make the community happy by returning Candy Blossom. Do you guys want Candy Blossom back? And these next updates might actually be fire.
Slice the cactus leaf off the plant and grab it with tongs to avoid the spikes. Next, scrape it clean with a knife. Cut off the edges and base, then rinse it in water to remove the spikes you missed. Pat it completely dry and coat it in oil and salt, then place it in a pan and press it down to fry. Once it's brown on both sides, put the cactus on a tortilla, add meat, sour cream, and herbs, and enjoy your cactus taco. Slice the cactus leaf off the plate. Taco. Slice the cactus leaf.
I have to add whatever feature this slot machine tells me to. Armor stands loves swords. So if we give a sword to an armor stand, it will love it so much that it comes to life and starts trying to kill you. It took 11 commands, but now if we place down an armor stand, it has arms like in Bedrock Edition, and we can give it a sword to make it come to life, and it will attack us, which feels like it would be perfect for some sort of horror map. And if we kill it, it just drops itself on the ground as normal. So if you want to do a bit of combat practice, you can spawn a bunch of these guys with full armor and fight them all at once. Alright, now this definitely
Con vajugondo no pedazo no batido sopra tentaciones ela sobe no vale depressão minalida perigoso rouba meu coração Con vajugondo no pedazo no batido sopra tentaciones ela sobe no vale depressão minalida perigoso rouba meu coração Con vajugondo no pedazo no Con vajugondo no pedazo no
When I'm moving around, I just want roadblocks. When I'm moving around, I just want
Slice the cactus. They took a tissue sample from the dog and sent it to a lab where the DNA was taken out. Then they injected it into an empty egg cell, which was placed inside a female dog. You see, the man's dog was from a super rare breed, and now that she was getting old, he knew it would be hard to find a replacement. So he decided to clone her. And when the puppy was born, she looked like an exact copy of his first dog. But even though her personality turned out completely different, the man loved her just the same. They took a tissue sample from the dog and sent it to a lab where the DNA was taken out. Then they injected it into an empty egg cell, which was placed inside a female dog. You see, the man's dog.
Your name is Gillis Willis. I earned it. How? Your name is 1000% Gillis Willis. I earned it.
Is this an icon or a cube, or is it a square? Well, most people would agree it's a square for sure. However, the official name for it might surprise you. There are many different places we can see what RobTop calls this, and one of them is when you click on an icon that you haven't unlocked yet. And in Update 2.1 and prior, the message said, complete X step in normal mode to unlock this icon. However, in
the 6-7 meme was just done in space 2 times by a member of the Artemis 2 crew. At first, he was being filmed by his crewmate, and he did the 6-7 hand movement to either explain something or he was genuinely doing the meme because I can't find the crewmate's video anywhere. But the second time, he said 6-7 out loud.
The darker wedge is more on the 6-7.
He was describing the darkness on the moon like a clock, with the darkness being at 6 or 7 o'clock. The 6-7 meme.
I'm currently working on this geometry deck.
Bro, how many dudes blew out your back? That shit sounded like gunshots.
How about this?
My back! I can't move it. Honestly, this is the chiropractor I need. My back is destroyed. Wait, pause. Dude, how did you possibly fold yourself like the cancer awareness symbol?
There you go, keep breathing.
This girl made a massive mistake jumping into the ball pit like this. It might look fun at first, but these pools are actually extremely dangerous. People often compare them to ball pits, but they are actually not similar at all, because these little red tubes are actually shaped in a way that doesn't allow you to sink at all, so this can lead to serious injury. This girl made a massive mistake jumping into the ball pit like this.
Start by grabbing both sides of the shoelaces with 3 fingers. On the left side, you go down and over the top.
This is a new machine to make a pizza.
It's the baker bun.
It stretches the dough so quickly.
Look, he's got a cannoli in his hand.
Half of Italians are crying. What do you think? Is this approved or not approved?
Start by grabbing both sides of the shoelaces with 3 fingers. On the left side. Start by grabbing both sides of the shoelaces with 3 fingers. On the left side, you go down and over the top. Then, with your right hand, you go over the top and under. Now, grab the opposite end of the loops and pull through. In a quick second, you tied your shoes. But there is even a faster way. Before this process, simply step on a German bouncing Betty. Start by grabbing both sides of the shoelace. They start by placing a tire to an old diesel engine. Then one guy grabs the rope that is wrapped around the starter and runs. Once the engine is started, another guy gently hits it with a stick and the tire will run away at very high speed. Finally, the last guy would put a ladder in front of him to hit the tire and make it fly, trying to hit a tower behind him. This Indian game is called Samaya Mantha Pizza Kebab Curry Mohammed. They start by placing... He slammed the money down and asked, "Change these, you dumb used dishwasher?" Fortunately, the poor old lady was almost deaf, so she opened the cash register to take out some $20 bills and said,
"Here they are, honey. Is there anything else I can do for you?"
The man realized he had an extra bill and took a moment to think, "Man, that lady was so nice to me. I can't take the piss out of her."
You're a gangster. You can't let this opportunity slip by. Take the money.
No, I can't. Excuse me, ma'am. I think there's a bill missing. He slammed the money down and asked, "Change these?" Two people place their fingers on the triangle and let themselves be guided. In the center of it lies a glass lens that makes the letters on the Ouija board visible. You see, participants generally start with simple questions, and the triangle moves according to the answers given by the spirit. But you don't always meet good spirits. Using the board is not recommended. If you ask, "Charlie, Charlie, are you here?" make sure you Two people place their fingers on the triangle and let themselves be guided. Some martial masters intentionally hit a metal stick every day for years, trying to make their leg tough and strong.
Police arrested him because he was bald and blinded almost all pilots in the sky. You see, he shaved and polished his bald head to make it super smooth, but had a problem because he started balding at a young age and his head grew pointed. So every time he went out of his house, his head was working as a giant mirror. Then one day he found the solution and put on a transparent, ultra-thin latex to prevent the sun deflection. But as went out of the house, he found himself during the American Revolution and fired. Police arrested him because he was bald and blinded almost all pilots in the sky. You see, he shaved and...
Do you know how Hollywood camera lenses don't get wet under the snow? You see, this system uses centrifugal force to instantly remove. Always start from the center. This column gives you more options to win. If your opponent starts there too, simply add another coin. Again, focusing on the center column gives you horizontally, diagonally, and even vertical winning combinations. But if your opponent put another fucking coin, calm down and use a metal storm. If you attach a silencer to a knife, it will most likely make it impossible for the enemy to detect or feel a stab. This is because the silencer has an automatic detection system that activates when the blade pierces a surface, and it also comes with a scope for long-range stabbings, even with a bipod for stable stabbings. If you attach...
They would intentionally put a small bomb inside a chocolate bar in an attempt to assassinate Churchill during World War II, and the spy successfully smuggled it into the party and placed it next to his seat. But they didn't realize it was a charity event for children with different syndromes. And as the boy approached Churchill, he passed him the chocolate bar as a gift, curing him instantly.
You're beautiful.
They would intentionally
start by adding a knob of butter to a cold pan, then crack and add 4 eggs. Turn the heat up to medium, and when the butter has completely melted, start stirring gently, but don't add salt or pepper yet. Now, take the pan off the heat and don't stop mixing. Back on heat, off the heat. Back on heat, stir the off, heat the on. Add the salt, fire the on. Start by adding a knob of butter to a... If you use colored toilet paper, be very careful. Many people don't know that colored or scented paper is dangerous for the human body. You see, using strawberry-scented toilet paper, it could irritate and redden your body. And within just 1 week, your intestines are supposed to start producing a strange whipped cream tasting with strawberries, allowing you to become the McFlurry machine attracting albino and chocolate children. If you use colored toilet paper, be very tasting with strawberries, allowing you to become the McFlurry machine attracting albino and chocolate children. attracting albino and chocolate children. Start by
How?
Fake.
How do you say ignore in Dutch? How do you say
Cancelled.
Just say it.
It's Nagern.
How do you say
The Sulfur Cube just got some huge buffs and nerfs in the newest snapshot. Here's everything that changed. First, Mojang added all
Negeren. Negeren.
with snapshot.
I'm making a game where you can merge dice into This happened during playtesting of my co-op game Omni Dice. When you grab an object and look down, the object's hitbox can go into your character, which pushes you in the opposite direction, causing you to slide across the map. I fixed it by disabling collision between the grabbed object and the player, but I'll allow it for other players. Collision pushes players away, which is why this happened during playtesting of my... Why does this model look better? The one on the left is just a flat color. The one on the right has a gradient. It's as simple as unwrapping the UV from view and fitting that into one of these gradients. How did you get those gradients? I made a very simple tool for this. You can use any color palette. Here I download a hex file, which is just a file with the hex codes of the palette in a row. Put that hex in a folder and run it. Not happy with these gradients? Just run it again. Or use this total range on the right. I left some white space so you can add decals or whatever. Link in the comments. What do you think? This happened during play. I'm making a game
with snapshot.
I'm making a game where you can merge dice into crazy money-making machines. When you throw a die, you get money. With that money, you can buy more ways to get dice. Right now, you can dig, fish, trap, and mine for dice. But I want to add a lot of new fun ways to get dice. I also added a bit of automation, so you can fish in peace. Why does this model look better? The one on the left is... I also added a bit of automation, so you can fish in peace while these cannons shoot whatever you catch into a pit. If you want to follow the development, subscribe and
Start by grabbing
Met de ING QuickCheck
You know what he said to me? What? He was like,
so I recently you should cook steak.
On my nose, on my nose, on my nose.